The Bolingo Village really started out as a dream for the orphans in DRC because I had seen the orphanages and how terrible the conditions were. And I just found that the villages were so much better for the children to thrive and to grow and to learn, and knew that if ever there was an opportunity where I saw the need and it came together that I could do that, that was something that I may want to do in my future. And so that was over 15 years ago that I started thinking in that way.
The impetus really started with just helping local orphanages, and then it manifested into the idea that why wouldn't we do more if we could? And we knew we could, and we knew we had the resources, and so it gave us a chance to start Bolingo.
About 4 years ago, we purchased the land that the village now resides in. It was 50 acres. It's outside the chaos of the city. It's beautiful and green and lush, and we knew it would be the perfect spot for everything that we wanted to do. About a year after that, we dug the first well and we started farming the land and learning about that. And the proceeds from the crops fed into the orphanages that we were still working with. And then late last year, we started building the first community building, so a medical clinic for the village and for the surrounding community, a community center where Bolingo residents will be able to play, to have community meetings, to hold classes. And then early this year, we started the first houses. They're 3-bedroom houses. They have flushing toilets. They have screens on the windows to prevent malaria. They have working kitchens. And foster moms and kids can live there as a family unit.
Well, I mean, the number one thing is that the children get to live in a family home setting where there's a caretaker that cares for that family and they work as a unit. It builds such a great base for a child to learn and to thrive, even physically. Just the nutritional food is great, but if you don't have the nurture with it, then it's not as effective.
The idea that we're actually farming the land and that land is being used to not only produce food for those that will live here, but actually creates commerce in the market for excess that can be sold in the market. The insect farming is another way of creating both an ability to farm with high protein, but also create commerce to create economic sustainability for the villages over time.
All the pieces really work together intricately, that if it just stood alone, it wouldn't work, but together it really is a village and it really can raise a child.
One thing we don't talk about enough with this project, I think, is how many jobs it's created, not just for the foster moms that are going to care for the children, but for the 50 or so men who helped build the village, for the contractor that's been with us from day one, helping us figure out every step of the way, for the village manager who's a college graduate who's really going to run the whole operation in the village, farmers who farm the land, our in-country director at T. It's just a really widespread impact in the community.
I can say that all the work are going well because Geo have built the village in the way that everybody can feel. Kids can be feeling happy inside of the village. They can have a playground where they can play. They can live in a community. So our target is to give to children a home to have a normal life.
I can't say thank you enough, because it's not just the support that came through the monetary giving that so many people did, but to make a bet on a country that many have no knowledge of or affinity to and never been here, thank you wouldn't be enough.
We want to do things in a mindful way, and so we're starting with our first group of kids. But one day I hope to see that the whole village has lots of children, and that these children are healthy, and that they have a chance in life, and that they have opportunity. And those children will go out into this world and they'll be another pebble. Whether they stay in DRC and help others, or whether they go into the world and help others, we are going to be raising kids that give back to the world that they live in. And so I'm so thankful that it started with the individuals that gave money and time, because now it enables so many more people to do the same.